Here are my top 10 most underrated druid spells.
Jeez.
Number 10.
In game, I was gonna have Gripe give Mando the dragon slaying greatsword to try to like artificer that shit up and apply the slaying something to something else that can be reused.
Oh, so
Mostly
like
like
if we're gonna do this, Manda's gonna like go all out, essentially, and like so I'm now trying to think of like the trebuchets that we've been encountering on the back of these trolls, and how Mando like essentially dismembered that and like remade it in his own image, like getting this crossbow, like Mando essentially like uses his artificer tools to make a nice crossbow stock that is like, it's a hefty stock, like a full rifle stock essentially, and melting down the Dragon Slayer sword again kind of creates like like layered bands, so like the closer it gets, the more like tension it's able to withstand, and it's like large enough that it's essentially a ballista, but miniaturized, through the power of Phandalorian technology.
A portable ballista, a one-man ballista.
Yeah, the arrows that it takes are like in they're good half-inch shafts instead of like your eighth or quarter. It's actually got it's heavy two-handed, but it's also got a tripod that like it comes with.
Oh, nice. Mounted on the tripod, you can't move, but you get an extra +2 to hit.
Oh, dude, yeah, Mando could that's what Mando needs to make. Like take a quarterstaff or something and like shape the end of it so it's always like an arrow, a muzzle rest.
Did we take a rest or so? Because I still have damage on mine.
Yeah, go ahead and take a long rest. Y'all can describe your level ups and new, shit. We'll plot it as we're on the Neverweakened headed back to Phandalin, I guess, if you guys want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then on that ride, this is that conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
So are we doing downtime kind of stuff? Is that kind of what this is?
I mean, on the ship.
Yeah, because if we're doing that, I got a great idea for a weapon.
Yeah.
Well, so like I would have assumed like Mando needs a forge to like melt down a magic sword. So it's like wherever we, if we end up back in Phandalin, that's when that would have happened. But if we need to narratively rewind to where we're flying out of the LZ.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would because for us it's been 4 weeks, but if 1,000 years from now when this is taught in schools, Neverweakened, they're gonna have just recently watched like the last episode or whatever. So like your characters, that's where we'll start having
Everyone immediately cue the Dune music when the sandworm is eating the thing and we're buzzing away.
Yeah.
Right. Well, because I really like the idea of the shock ram. I kind of like that kind of idea. So, what would it take to fashion that? Would be a couple hour kind of thing.
This is when Null and Mando start to really dive deep into the Phandalorian, the ways of the Phandalorian.
Yes.
Except
so we can do that after we do the buzzing away scene.
Right.
In our ornithopter.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that something is that something you're gonna just throw in, or do I have to write up notes on what we're gonna do with this item?
Oh no, we'll just say it now. We'll just come up with it on the fly.
Yeah.
Because I purposely took the infusion, so the returning item kind of thing is there. So it'd be kind of cool to inherit the lightning. I think it's lightning damage that this
lightning and thunder from the shot collar.
Yeah.
But it could, if you're infusing it into one ranged weapon, then put both into that. So it wouldn't have to be like if you're making the weird caveats I had from before. It'll just have thunder and lightning.
Yeah, it'll have thunder and lightning, and then that allows me to use the returning item. So if it can throw, what is it, 60 feet fair, or is it 30 feet better for how far I can throw that thing? Or is that based off of my walking speed?
Yeah, like there's not a chakram item in 5th edition, so we have to basically
we would just reflavor something.
And let's call it a chakram.
Yeah.
Is there something like that comes back? I don't.
A boomerang?
I mean, there's the boomerang, but that's not in roll 20. It's in D&D Beyond though.
I got a storm boomerang.
That may not be bad.
I mean, that sounds right. It's from Pinches of the Apocalypse.
Boomerang is 1d4 bludgeoning damage, range, normal range 60, long range 120.
Range 120, damn.
That's the disadvantage range.
Oh, disadvantage?
Yeah, normal range, like you roll without disadvantage, 60 feet. And then if you throw beyond that, you can still make the attempt, but it's at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. If you go long, okay.
Okay, so I've got a quick homebrew of one that somebody made up of a chakram. 1d6 slashing. It's finesse, light, and thrown, so range 20 to 60. Which,
that sounds right.
yeah, that does sound right because they can get out there, but then that's a little bit more difficult. So yeah, 20 feet at normal, then you can get out to 60 at disadvantage.
Okay.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like that.
2060.
So,
Yeah,
so Mando is very curious how it is that Null is coming into the magic of the Phandalorian ways.
That is gonna be interesting.
Noel would like to know too.
Mando walks up to Null and looks at his looks at him trying to brute force a what Mando has easily come to know as one of the infusions, the temporary magical or scientific in this case cobbling together of technology.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing Null like as a wonder of technology in himself is so confused.
That's my compliment. Okay.
Why this is like why something so simple is not understood. And goes up to Null and says, "What are you doing?"
And Noel's just sitting there and finessing around with a shock collar and stuff. He picks his head up a little bit and he's like, "I got a great idea for a new weapon, long range."
Yeah, you gotta throw that at your enemies. That floppy collar.
That's the idea.
Well, I see you trying to imitate me.
Imitate?
And it's flattering, truly. But I hate to see anyone do something halfway. My people are those that worship, in a way, our technology and weaponry. If you're going to adopt the ways of the Phandalorian, then you need to know how to do it right, and you need a proper teacher. I can't abide by you seeing our technology and potentially misusing it. So you must be taught the way.
The way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
For trademark reasons, I can't say this is, but
This is a way.
this is
A way. The other way.
Okay. And
And
busting through.
he reaches down, takes the shot collar, pulls out like some scrap, and it's like the scrap is like a scimitar, but it was like mangled in like the dragon fight, where it was much more curved than it used to be. And Mando kind of takes the collar and I think we can make something more here. Let's get back to this to Phandalin, and we can hit the forge.
And busting through this sweet moment is Grike, who is still under a thrall of a curse, trying to escape the ship, and large and raging.
And raging. Wow. Good morning.
Shoot, Mando doesn't have it. We haven't had a long rest yet, so I don't have my normal spells. So Mando just lays on top of you, trying to restrain you.
Oh God.
The longer that you've been away from Ilpa, it just like every second that passes, the grip is weaker on you. So we'll say like this last outburst, like and Mando, calming you down or at least stopping you. That can be like the last straw, like to snap you back.
When Ilpa went like through the portal to another plane or whatever, wouldn't it have its effect on the material plane ceased?
So my bad back there. I mean, you're free to rage if you would like.
You're free to rage.
Null accepting the path. This is great. Inspiration for you guys.
Null's a foundling.
Yep.
Do I have to take a bath? I'm not really fond of water.
The living waters.
You push Noel towards the bath.
Time is right. You will speak the words, and we will cleanse you.
He just says no.
No. Yeah, Cal. Any new spells? Any new shenanigans?
I got one new spell. Really, the Ultilux Resilient Sphere. I shared it in the chat.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. We can cannonball Greg.
Properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, properly.
Legit.
Put 'em in a ball.
A legit cannonball.
And that's not a cannonball. That's a asteroid.
Yeah. Fired from a rail gun somehow from the Neverweakened.
The sphere is immune to all damage.
Whoever's inside is immune to inertia.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Please.
Sphere is weightless. So it just...
We fight something
can
big
pick it
enough,
up.
just cannonball me inside of it, and I'll pop out inside and start wreaking havoc from the inside out.
Oh, okay. Nice. So it's like a hamster wheel. Or
Yeah,
hamster,
it is. It's
hamster
a
ball.
hamster ball.
Hamster
Yeah.
ball of
An
death.
indestructible hamster ball.
Like, the disintegration spell will destroy it without hurting the person inside. But disintegration is the only thing that will break it.
Sounds like let me add disintegration traps to all castles.
Every goblin has disintegration now. Grike going barbarian still.
Yep, so now the rage has consumed Grike even more to allow him to attack twice and to move 10 feet more every turn.
Nice.
And with his training with the halberd that he'll do, he'll gain polearm mastery as his feat, and so I'll be able to do 3 hits per round with my halberd, which I would like to flavor it so where it would look still kind of natural with like a staff-looking edge, but with a blade on the end.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, it could be a glaive essentially too. Like
Yeah, something like that.
they're essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
And like, chop, backswing, chop, like
yeah.
or whatever, or like flinging it around. Is Grite getting like more, what's it called, flamboyant with the sword work,
A
or
little more Donatello, or a little more.
right?
I think a little bit. It's still mainly a little more strength than dexterity, but
Yeah, more thwompy, or
but it's definitely becoming more refined. The movements, I wouldn't say it's like a bunch of spins, but maybe there's a spin here or there now. Like, oh, okay, hey, being able to move it around quite a bit better.
It's not quite Dynasty Warriors. You know. Well, Mando, in his intense rage of being manipulated and seeing these giants,
yes,
and takes that and has a flash of inspiration, and takes the Dark Sunblade, clenches it in his fist, and quickly pulls out his all tool, and you see it kind of flip to a hammer, flip to a wrench, flip to a vice grip, and he's like messing around with it, like taking pieces of metal and adding, like, fine tuning a little engine on it. So like as he's like holding the Dark Sunblade, it's vibrating violently, and essentially figures out a way to make his Dark Sunblade, when it hits, it like imparts and like a vibrating energy along with down the blade, essentially giving himself Booming Blade.
ooh, nice.
But
Nice.
I took the Spell Sniper feat, and I chose Booming Blade as my cantrip,
Nice.
and so now all of my spells have double their range.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Any spell that has an attack roll has its range doubled, and doesn't suffer from half cover or anything like
And
that.
it was like, I got hit in this fight, and that was utter nonsense. I'm done with this.
Not again,
Mando
sir.
continues to hone himself Mando doesn't have weapons. Mando is the weapon.
Lethal assassin from a distance.
That's like Null being like, is Null armor or is armor Null?
I don't think we can make that assumption yet. Maybe at level 15 we'll have the answer with Null. It's like both. Both is good.
Very good. Anybody else having feelings, the characters, about the betrayal, all the calamity?
I would like to speak about my cool things that I can do now because of the calamity.
Yes.
How long is it? So we're going to Phandalin to craft the weapon. Is that a couple hour kind of thing?
Probably.
Yeah, we can fast forward. Yeah, so you guys buzz as the sun goes down behind, or right? Rising behind
but-
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but during that whole thing is when I was like, I got ideas for other cool things and stuff too, and because now I took to your amazement, I took the Steel Defender option.
Yes.
So I get that cool thing, which I read up a little bit on, and that thing is a little crazy if you use them right.
This is the way.
Well, and then I took the infusion for a homunculus servant, so I can have 2 bodyguards at the same time.
Are they just mini gnolls that walk out of your legs?
Yeah, you just see the blobs just come out and they form into tiny.
Every
versions.
time you summon it, has to be like giving birth.
I'm good.
So that was the homunculus servant was one of your infusions. What was your other one?
So I took a couple of others. So I did enhanced arcane focus, enhanced defense, and then did returning weapon for that plus one.
Returning weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna infuse that one for sure.
yeah. And then that allows me that because of that, I get a couple of extra fancy spells that are always prepared for that. So that's heroism, shield, catapults on there.
Oh, shield's gonna be nice.
Yeah, and then I think that's really all. I think the rest here are from the wand, but yeah, so it's going to be fun.
How are you planning on using this chakram? Are you like gonna be actually like throwing it in and out, or are you gonna flavor it as like an orbiting thing that just orbits around Null?
The arrow with the mohawk thing.
Right, I just whistle and it just comes out. No, I thought it'd be like kind of like Tron, where it's just that disc leaf pulls off his back, and then he just chucks it, and it anyone that kind of hits, I guess it's like a straight line, or when anybody that he hits with it just gets like that lightning plus slash damage or whatever. And then I was hoping to be able to like kind of also use it close combat too, so he could just like stab people in the face with it and shock them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he just like rips this thing off. Now we're gonna go craft this awesome weapon, and because of the returning weapon, I get that +1 on that bonus. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So we make the chakram and the Dragon Slayer crossbow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure out something else I'd love to turn these boots into something else if no one wants to trade them.
I would like to turn these into boots of striding.
Where are we going in Phandalin? Are we doing the thing where we park a little bit out of town and walk up? Or are we going buzzing right in? How are we approaching?
I think buzzing right in, but on my girlfriend's side of town.
Oh my god. I mean, that would be. You know what? Yeah. Let's say that Neverweakened's place could also serve as like Neverweakened's landing helipad. And then it's like a short walk into town. It's like right there.
We actually only land in spots where there's a fallen tree that's kind of sticking up out of the tree line, just like a reed in the pond. And Neverweakened only lands on the very end of it.
Yes, perfect.
Really limits where we can land, but you know what? That touch. Sorry.
It's that feel.
Sorry, we're an hour and a half late to the dragon fight. We had to find a landing spot.
I guess if we were headed to the forge, that would be closest thing to. Well, they have a forge. Barthen's. No, the Phandalin Miners Exchange.
There's the smithy.
There is a smithy. That's there is.
Phandalin's Miner Exchange is where we went and we found the Beskar, or the Feskar. Sorry.
Right. The dwarves. There is a smithy.
I don't need no dwarves for smithing.
I was about to say. I was thinking of the smithy more like a community, like the barbecue things that everybody can use. You just walk up.
Oh yeah, just a town spit.
Yeah. There you go. So it'll have everything. We'll say that there's an attendant, but he's not like a specialist. He's like, he'll if you want to go up there, he can. It's like more like I just work here, man. But he will keeps the place clean and kind of patrols, so it is all there, ready for you to go.
And we practically own this.
Mando comes in, just like Ron Swanson, and it's just as he approaches the guy who works here, he just walks up and says, "I know more than you."
Yeah, the Home Depot guy. Son, step aside. Oh yes, sir. Well, just let me know if you can if I'll get you anything. I'll clean up after you leave too. Don't even worry about it.
Mando pokes in some rods into the fire and casts a little ritual with a box at the end, and all of them start to jet up. The fire starts to have little jet streams of the forge just is created.
Yes.
Now we can work the Feskar. And actually, Mando will takes some of the Beskar that he's got, pulls off like a pauldron or whatever, donates it to the foundling,
Nice.
and helps create his chakram that allows it, like the thing that allows it to be returning is the Phandalorian alloys interacting with the Phandalorian technology. And I actually thematically do that because I removed the +1 defense artificer infusion that I had.
Ah, nice. Passing on the magic.
Yeah.
And the special.
Neat.
Feskar Null eventually.
Feskar Null, like, could you imagine?
Slowly replace pieces.
It'll
of him.
happen.
Oh yeah.
Theseus ship over here.
Then we'll dip him. It'll be
Is Null Mando or Mandalorian, or is Mandalorian Null? Like,
Phandalor. Watch
That's
the
what I
copyright.
want to.
Mandalorian.
That's what I want to figure out. Are you a Phandalorian creation? And I need to
Wow.
befriend and learn how to recreate you.
DM leaves the chat.
Null doesn't. No, Null just has no memory.
Null is.
Null just remembers traveling around.
There is so we're backstory wise, we obviously there's a strong Mando start because like I didn't have anything else to cling on to, but like it is evolved and the things you guys have been doing, Grike and Null, there's like it's given me time to like stew it and like my crazy wall, the always sunny, got all the connected threads together. So I got plans for everybody. Everybody's gonna kind of have like an arc. Not to be too meta or spoilery, but like this can be the transition from Mando's backstory. Like there's the main story, but then there's y'all's stories also. Like
We
in
get
tandem.
spotlit. It's
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
the filler episodes for the season.
Yeah, we need them. Character building.
Character building. Yes.
It may not have to do anything with plot, but like, how does Mando do as a chicken? We need to know these things.
Right?
as we were at the forge, cling, cling, cling. Like it's and that, and in addition to like the Phandalorian tech, I don't know, it just like burns a different color. So we'll say that.
Yep.
And gains the attention. You got some like passers-by, just like just admiring, just townsfolk, and you see a little peasant boy kind of noticed you guys and then like run off for a little bit. It seemed like he's had an intent, and then he comes back, and as you guys are finishing up your smithing, it's your old friends. Don-Jon Raskin walks up. Well, hello there, boys. He's wearing his cowboy hat. If you guys remember him from a long time ago, he was actually, this is pre-Null, but you've seen him again.
Does Null know?
You're a driver, right?
Yeah, it was pre-Null, but like I think you ran it one time, but still, older man, cowboy looking. Imagine, I don't know. Well, never mind. So he works the land. He was driving the wagons, or he was at the front of the caravan when the story first started, and he, I think. Somebody was sitting next to him, and they might have left the party.
I think it was
Whoever that
Job.
was. Yeah, Job. We'll say thematically, Job's still here. He's hanging around.
Job, Don-Jon, and Grike shared a pipe.
There you go. Yeah. My pipe weed, and in fact, that's what you, Grike, would have like smelled the pipe weed before seeing the man.
Well, that's the good
Walk
stuff.
yeah. But he's like, happy to see you guys. Want to thank you again for taking care of the White Dragon. Everybody's so happy that we're free from that terror. And everyone like around, like, yay! It's not like a, dramatic cheer because you kind of already had that moment. But they're just like, yes, thank you, and they're all. You can see the townsfolk are appreciative. And by this point, I don't know, maybe a couple hours maybe have gone by, but when this interaction happens, and by that point, we'll say that couples are bringing up baked goods and fresh produce and maybe even some coin here and there.
Null doesn't know what to do with the food.
Several like silver and copper all stacked up together, but we'll say 20 GP total is what it comes in. This like gift baskets. I'm thinking like corporate when you get the jelly and the pear and the crackers, what are the smoked sausage, the summer meats,
cheese knife.
There you go. Things like that. The whiskey, the ice cubes. No. So yeah, just very appreciative of you guys just being you.
Well, while they're smithing, Grike will be in an area kind of near there, just to make, because obviously we kind of stick together in case something happens. We're still on edge, and he'll be practicing. He'll be practicing with his new halberd to really get attuned with it and like become one.
Well, Don-Jon, he since you guys shared the pipe at one time, and also it's like clank, clank, clank. It's loud. No, it'd be funny if like we cut to a scene, Noel's arms getting hammered, but he doesn't notice it. He's just like looking at something else, like clank.
Yeah.
Clank. Oh, sorry.
No, it's even better.
You
look.
Just goes up and there's a dent.
What the hell? Don-Jon will like follow you a little bit, Grike, over. We'll say there's like nighttime. We'll say it's getting into the evening now. So the city torches, the lanterns, the city lanterns or whatever are being lit, and you see candlelight coming up in people's windows and the establishments that are gonna stay open. They start putting up their candles and the torches.
That used to be somebody's job, walking around lighting all the candles on the street every night.
And keeping them lit, probably he probably had to monitor. So he'll take you aside, the clinking and the clacking, in the background. He's gonna ask you kind of, just a general like, how you boys been doing? Everything okay? You're like,
things could be better.
I've been better.
Could be better.
Been better.
Could be worse, but definitely could be better. Sure.
What are feelings?
Could be better. Well, I'm sure always. Anything in particular, or you don't want to talk about it? I don't want to. No mean to pry.
Yeah.
I got my own secrets.
Yeah, I don't. It's pretty fresh off, and I don't think Greg's necessarily going to be the one to divulge.
Crack that egg.
Yeah, Greg's not going to be like, oh yeah, Mando killed a giant king or something. I don't know.
Him. Right there.
It was that one right over there.
Mando will take a long slog of his drink and just kind of. You see the visor just turn toward you. You see a glow of rise behind him.
I see a laser on my chest, like, crap.
Silence.
I don't think Greg would say much about it.
All good.
More, things could be better. Just on the mend from a tough fight.
I understand. He's going to, speaking of tough fights, he's going to pull out paper, and it's going to be kind of wadded up. It's been wadded up, and but he pulls out a paper and he says, "It's a letter. Here's a letter from my friend, Darthag Ulgar. He's my buddy. He's in charge of the Mountains Toe gold mine, and he was supposed to meet me. We're supposed to be having a drink earlier today. In fact, that's I'm sorry. I've had a couple drinks myself. I was waiting for him to be there, yeah, I'm just worried about him. We meet once a tenday, and he hasn't been. It's been twice now. He hasn't come. And once every now and then, I understand when we get sick or something. We have to miss a session. But then, yeah, Darthag. He just. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about kind of going out there alone. I know we got. There's a lot going on out there that you boys have been keeping us safe from. I'm not that I'm scared. I'm not scared. But I am just one man. So I was wondering if whenever you guys get time, I'm just letting you know. Maybe y'all could escort me out there so we can check on my friend.
Okay.
At some point. But I think Lady Dara also wanted to talk to you whenever you got a chance. She's up in there in Stonehill Inn. Whenever you boys been down for the night, whenever you get there. But thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
I'd like to help you. But
thank you.
We'll hear what Lady Darthag has to say.
Thank you. You can find me there too. Whenever you boys are, whenever you go off venture next time, I'd like to come if you don't mind. But yeah, good. I'll let you get back to it. Yep, go back. And he kind of stumbles, almost trips. We're good.
Pulls a flask out of somewhere. You're like, what?
But he'll go back. He'll head off. So
if we're doing downtime, then Null can do it. Well, we're finishing up the item, right?
That's done.
That's done? Okay. So Null would like to work on his homunculus servant construct for the night. So he can be prepared in the morning.
Can it be like Null nanobots that go repair?
I just envisioned because it's a tiny construct, so I imagine like a tiny mechanical bird.
Oh, that thing. Sorry. Sorry. Just my bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking like general, general, like whenever full rest, HP, whatever restoration, like thematically, like little microscopic nulls go and just.
He just sits there. He just sits there meditating and
never observe Null doing a full rest.
Yeah.
Cannot recover from what you've seen.
Cool.
Yeah. And then you like zoom in close to his visor, and it's just code going in, up and down for the terminal.
Just Matrix style.
Yeah. Yeah. So he sits there meditating, repairing, and then makes this tiny metal construct bird.
I'll say right there in the middle of town.
Smack dab.
A few times.
Actually, yeah, from where you guys are, the Stonehill Inn's pretty much across the street and down one. It's pretty small still. We'll say the growth, the economic growth, they've been building up, so it's kind of like there's still the same buildings, but they're just nicer and adding second stories, and there are some new constructs, but I don't have that photoshopped yet. So
okay, it's cordoned off under construction.
Yeah. There's ads for like Neverweakened's curiosity shop. Feeling low on magic? Stop by Neverweakened's.
A dragon's might at half the price.
Just wait until he has a clearance sale.
So we go back to Stonehill Inn, where we find
who all we can murder.
What? No, we're not.
murder. Actually, that'd be funny if you tried.
I assume like Cal is going around and like helping the sick or whatnot,
Nice.
healing while y'all are taking care of this.
Actually, so in the inn or elsewhere?
Elsewhere while they were like
Nice. Yeah.
making this stuff.
If you were to pay a visit to the old Shrine of Savras, which is now not Shrine of Savras, sorry, Shrine of Luck in town, which has now been converted into y'all's, co-branded Connieberry, whatever you guys are called. I forgot.
There's the business boys.
Business
Or the-
boys still.
The Retcon 5.
Retcon 5.
On fire.
Retcon 5, Connieberry School for kids who can't read good or have parents. So, so that'd be probably the good place to go, and Cal can like do the soup kitchen thing. This place, they have started a garden that the kids all work, and they are working on a program where they, cook for themselves, and they tend to chickens and eat from the eggs and stuff. And
I thought that was called farming.
well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
in town, but as an orphanage. So they
teaching
are,
them life choices.
yeah. So
Is that child labor?
I mean, everything. I mean,
That doesn't exist in this world.
we'll say we're in Iowa. Or
Oh,
as the guys go in, you see Lady Dara sitting at the table in the main meeting area. Toblin seated at her seat, as well as her trusty bodyguard Bakery, and they seem okay. Like the mood is not bad. It's good. It's pleasant. There's a band playing actually in the corner. Duo. There is one has a like a fiddle, and he's going, and the other one is singing, and he is operating a we'll say like a bass, like a giant cello shaped. I don't care if these aren't like invented yet. Whatever, they're playing them, and it's they got a cool beat going, and they're kind of using the floorboards as percussion, and there are new faces. It seems there are several dwarves that now work in the inn that did not before. Before it was just like Toblin and his wife, and now there's several dwarves, and seemingly out of nowhere. And everyone seems in great spirits, and all but Lady Dara are pretty much. I don't want to say intoxicated because that's too on the nose because it's alcohol, but like good spirits. That's also on them. Damn it. Okay, I can't escape this. So everyone's in good spirits. She has a slight look of concern on her face, but not dramatic, like it would call attention to it. But that's all you guys notice, and so there you go. Those things are happening, and then several. You see Don-Jon also at the bar, and several townsfolk populating the chairs and the seats in this place. Everyone having a good time.
I would imagine we would make our way towards Lady Dara, knowing that she wanted to talk to us. Don-Jon had said that.
Nice.
We're gonna get something to eat here. I'm asking.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll probably need a table. It's been like months since we ate.
We've sat down.
It's only been like 8 hours, maybe.
You guys eat?
Like 17 years.
Like August.
August.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been eating on bread.
We'll say when you guys approach the entrance, the guards kind of for a half second like come to, but then as soon as they see who it is, they're like, oh, it turns into more like fanboy. Definitely
Are they real?
Yeah. Oh my god, they're here. They're real. And they're just like, oh yeah. So dude. Yeah. They don't want to bother
They go
you.
from country to high school jock.
Yeah. Very, very excited to see you guys. Pile through, no problem.
As we sit down and you guys are like ordering foodstuffs, you just see Null this jar of oil and just start oiling up his elbow joints and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, there's some olive oil on the table he could use.
I don't think that does what you think it does.
Lubricant's a lubricant. Don't let anybody tell you.
Waitress. I want as many chickens as you can muster. But I only want the wings and the legs. And I want you to dip them and bread them in the hottest spices you have.
This is an Arby's.
Yeah, no, a chunky female dwarf comes up to you. Oh, yes, Donald, let me take that order again. What were you saying again? You want chickens? Cook cow again? You
I
want
just want the wings and the drums.
Okay, all right. Sounds good. It's, okay. So, perhaps on the drink for you. She's currently holding 4. She's like double fisting it. Big tankards of ale.
Mando said, "I'll take those," and just ask for all of them to be sat down.
Hell yeah.
Of course. Well, for the recon fire, these are on the house in Tobin Hill. He let us know about your big fans.
Ooh, nice.
Now, take heed of this ale. Everyone, take heed of this mead. It's important. This is very special. We are all clerics of the brew here. We come from a clan.
You just
Bro.
you just see Noel hold the cup and go, "What do you expect me to do with this?"
Finally, some improvements in this town.
Moving on up in the world.
So this is actually from show to players.
Noel just sits there and he's like, "I have no taste buds."
If I show to players, does it show you the whole thing, or
It
like
shows the whole thing.
the whole character sheet too?
No, you can specifically show just the image, I believe.
I don't know. Why don't you press it and find out?
Just press it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. See, I don't want to. See, I almost did it.
You can do it and then delete it.
Just throw your inhibitions into the wind.
Look, I'm like 2 glasses of whiskey in. I'm gonna be able to read. I'm not gonna be able to read shit.
Workaround. I put it in Discord.
There you go.
Nice.
Speaking of weapons, what weapon do I add for the shock thing, or do I just modify the shock collar?
Custom.
I mean, it's a dagger with a D6 instead of a D4 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just customize a dagger. That'd probably be easiest.
Right, I can do that.
And then add the thunder and lightning.
So, because we're sitting down to eat, and I haven't sat down to eat in a minute, Cal is going to cast Purify Food and Drink.
Would that be considered very offensive and rude to clerics of the brew, who actually worship their alcohol? They feel like you're trying to purify it. Would that be sacrilege?
It is on the same level as going to a steakhouse and asking for A1.
Yeah.
Or no worse, ketchup. Oh.
We do what you do. Yeah, absolutely. She sees you do that after she just gave you all these ales and a huge smile on her face and told you about them, how they have special healing properties as well. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm not
And she looks
thinking-
over and she sees this cleric who they all admire, and he just is ignoring all of that, and he's like,
I'm not thinking as alcohol as a disease. I'm just making sure nothing is else is in the food.
No, that's fine. No, she sees this and she's like, oh, okay, and she walks off, and it just you can see she's definitely crying.
As one would be.
Not what my intent was.
It'll take a minute for that chicken, so.
Gotta get through all the tears.
Hey, Mando wasn't mean.
You're just being very specific.
As you're waiting, Lady Dara, she makes her way over with bakery in tow, and will, not with extreme urges. She's just calmly walking up. She has a wine. She has a glass of wine. Casually. She's looking nice for the evening. She should. I should change her token so she doesn't have to carry a loot all the time. But she walks up. Gentlemen, hello. and null, whatever you are. Hello, everyone. Thank you for
Gentleman and null.
robot.
It just bows back.
Like fold in half.
Right.
Thank you, dude. I've been doing that a lot for my sciatic nerve thing. Anyway, thank you all, gentlemen, for again your service and your defense of this town. The repairs are complete. The orphanage, if you saw, is hopefully you saw it on the way in, completely renovated and staffed, and we've program in part partially funded by the town as well. I mean, we have the huge initial investment from you and Miss Coneyberry, but in addition, the town has agreed to, for the betterment of all of us, to keep these children safe and properly staffed and everything. So thank you again.
It's looking great.
We're not worried, but we just to sort of before you arrived, we definitely weren't prepared for the attack that happened. Well, the multiple attacks. I think total 3-4 times being struck by white dragons, and at first the orcs on the outskirts of town. Although we are now proud to have them as our friends, and we do welcome them. Oh, and I didn't do it, but let's assume that there's a few orcs in here.
Okay.
Of the Icespire orcs, and they're darts. They're playing darts.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Hell yeah.
So thank you all again. But I am concerned that should you be away on one of your adventures, we might be vulnerable. And I have heard of I took this office not long before you lot arrived in town, so I'm kind of sort of new on the job as well, and learning as I go. And looking through the notes of the previous mayor, I've found that there was a hold that the entire population used to have that they could escape to should there be an emergency. The problem is it's been years abandoned, and I've only heard rumors of haunting things, deadly encounters from villagers who have gone near this area, current area. I didn't even know there was a hold there. This is new information to me. This is just an area that is well known to avoid. But I think if it could be, strong adventurers like yourselves go in and clear it out, then it would serve as a hearty, fortified, like a safe room, safe town.
Speaking of Gelm's Deep.
Exactly. It's called Axholm. I'll put that on the thing. An ancient dwarven something. I believe it might have been a forge as well.
Forge, you say?
Indeed.
What kind of forge?
Dun dun dun. The plot kind.
The best kind.
Indeed. She'll hand you. She'll go back to her. She'll set her wine glass down on your table. One moment, and she'll go back to her table for a second. Come back with some papers, kind of like Don-Jon had, except this time she'll like unfold it and she covers the end of the table there with a map. She's going to indicate an area south of town, just at the foot of the foothills of the mountains that start. There's no rush here. I know you boys have been adventuring and could use a rest, but I believe this might be of importance. I'd be very appreciative, and we've of course I could offer some resources. Perhaps I could take some requests now and work on fulfilling them while you go do your thing. Anything I can get for you? Anything in the meantime?
Feel pretty good.
Doing all right.
I was just sitting there thinking about things to tinker with.
Dara will start making her way back. As she does, you guys notice that there are two veterans sitting at the obviously you look at them, they're wartime guys, and you can tell they may work in with her for her, as they both kind of give a nod and she nods to them, and she goes back, and you realize that this Bakery's not the only guard here. Bakery will slowly go over to Noel and Mando, and kind of right behind you guys. And he's very tall, not large size, but we'll say Bakery here maxes out like the medium-sized creature. As he walks up behind you guys, looking both of you down, he has to lean over to look down. He crouches, or not crouches, he's looking down at you guys. Mando, you hear the he can't help it. He's not angry or anything. He's just like a huge bull person. So he's got like deep breath, the nostrils coming in. And he also has, by the way, he has very nice armor. He is wearing full plate, and it is like very well kept. He does a good job. And if you were to look closely, there are dings and stuff in battle, but he just keeps it in such good shape.
No realizes that and gains respect, I guess. Like, is admiring the shiny chrome armor. Yeah,
and he sees you admiring, and he just like gives a little clink on both you guys. He's like, He doesn't say anything. You haven't heard him speak yet, but he walks away. But he approves.
It's all right.
It's not, Phandalin or anything.
A Feskar.
Well, yeah, both you guys. He was kind of tapping him, but he has a little bit of Feskar, right? From the donation.
Anyway. Noel does, yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the only is in the little disc thing that he has now.
Shukram. The server shows back up, and her mascara is running from crying because Cal. But she shows up with the food, and she's like really apprehensive to set it down. She's like, "We tried very, very hard to make this good. I hope it's to your liking. Please let us know if there's anything we can do better. We're so sorry." Hands it to Cal. Like, she serves everybody, but she's really just looking for Cal's reaction.
I say in Dwarven, thank you for the meal.
Oh, and she responds back, "Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you."
Because I
She'll
do
back
speak
away, but she's still staring at. Yeah. She's still kind of staring at you, eyeballing you from across the room, waiting for that reaction.
That bite.
Yeah. She's gonna wait until your mouth's full, and then come over. "How are we doing?"
Everything tastes great.
I have no taste buds.
We'll fix that eventually.
That's the next upgrade.
Upgrade that.
We can fix them.
The Phandalorians have the technology.
We have the money. Or the
We have
technology.
So we have the technology, but not the money. We need this on a budget. One taste bud.
Right.
Hot.
Do you want it salty or sweet? You don't get both. You only get one.
One.
I'll never say salty.
Oh yeah, I guess we would probably. Yeah, Greg would definitely dig in after. Seems like months on the road and coming around. First hot meal. It's gonna be not gonna be a pretty sight. Not many table manners used. Like all the 10 chickens that came out for Mando for all the legs and wings. Greg's eating the rest.
No, you just get all the body meat.
Yeah,
Greg's
Greg's eating the rest of the chickens.
I like how this entire thing we still haven't focused on the fact that the Phandalorian over here asked for chicken wings.
This is
Like,
the way.
This
We
is
just pulled up-
you don't question the way.
We just pulled up to out of character. We just pulled up to a Buffalo Wild Wing,
And Mando pulls out from his secret Phandalorian backpack Frank's Red Hot.
See, that's not offensive for some reason.
Well, of course not, because we put that shit on everything.
Yeah, exactly. The clerks. I mean, it's Frank's. It's Frank's. As everyone digs in, except for Noel, but but you can. But I imagine like you just see everyone chomping away. You're like, so you just destroy the food? Like, why don't you just use your weapons? Like, but everyone starts to feel, oh my gosh, overwhelming. Just sensation of not only does it taste very good, like better than anything you've had in Phandalin for sure. I mean, but euphoric, exactly. You kind of get like goosebumps, and everyone gets 12 temporary HP just from eating with this meal, and
you're gonna need it.
Noel realizes now he's the permanent designated driver.
Yeah, exactly.
You said 12 temp HP?
Don't worry, no, we will find you some robot alcohol. The mom's brand, of course, but we'll get you some.
If Bender is any indication.
Exactly.
As you get the temp HP comes out, you are heightened a little bit, and it's almost like your pupils dilate a little bit, and it's almost like you pick up a different light wave happening in the area, and what you see is kind of the trails, the aroma of the food being all around the place. So you can see everywhere where they've walked by with the tray of food, there's like it's still kind of a lingering like chemtrail in the air, and it kind of fills over all the space, kind of a mist overall, but definitely lines of concentration, and you get a feeling like it's connected, a bit like fairy fire. If anybody's used fairy fire, it's similar but like way subtler and but cool. It's cool. You feel good. You see the other customers all enjoying it, and you realize it's kind of like you just joined a party that everyone was already in, and the music actually sounds better once this kicks in. You're like, oh, okay, oh, nice. Good vibes.
Nice.
Yeah, liking the good vibes.
What are vibes?
Tell you when you're older.
He's not old enough to speak the oath, therefore he cannot become.
For a half second, I was like, is he gonna talk? Is he gonna fucking talk? No.
I mean, to me,
The
Noel
button
has
press.
talked a lot. Like he keeps asking these questions about what is life.
No, he's talking. He was
No,
referencing.
Grogu. I went back to
Grogu.
Grogu. My bad.
Yeah.
No, yes, yeah.
The plot twist: Noel hasn't spoken, and this is all your head.
Oh, that'd be funny. Well, honestly, like his comments have been such from such a perspective that it's so out of left field for everybody else. So there's no really like obvious next thing to say. After most of Noel's comments was like, yeah.
Noel's comments are always the scene change.
Exactly.
Right. Go to commercial break right there.
It just pans in real close every time, zooms in close to Noel, gets a little bit back.
It's the gym face.
Right.
It's real
Yeah.
serious, and like Noel says one liner that cuts to commercial.
Right. That's the commercial. Now more from our sponsors. And he's the credit guy too. Like the whole episode ends and it's just Noel going about normal things, daily things, and it's the credits rolling, and then you see him like figure out how to pack a dishwasher.
Yeah, so we'll fast forward the long rest after the food, but unlike I think temp HP like goes away with long rest, but you guys can keep it. Kind of marry this with breakfast. We'll say that the continental breakfast you got the next morning was also had the same effect, but we don't have to do all that again. So cool. We can fast forward Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. To the next day. What are we feeling? What are we doing?
Null has created his robo bird companion, his homunculus servant.
What's it look like?
It's a tiny metal crow kind of looking thing. It's a tiny construct. It's a tiny metal crow that kind of like perch on top of his shoulder.
Was this while everybody was asleep?
Yeah, because it's his one of his artificer infusions.
Nice. Does it have like is it animate? Like it's sentient or?
Yeah, it's sentient. So I basically just take an object. In this case, I just had a scrap of metal, and that becomes its heart, and the homunculus kind of just forms around that kind of object, and that's kind of what it takes time. It is friendly to me and my party and everything, and then I think it's I can use it as like a bonus action or an action to kind of things with. I don't know if it'll. Well, it's got a stat block, so it'll attack, but it's got like 11 HP for it. Because my intelligent modifier is amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the chakram. So the 1d20 plus 1 is that?
That's just the hit. That's the hit die, because when I create a custom item, I can't like use it as a weapon kind of thing to put the hit die like you would normally do weapons with. So I just added that in there.
So you get no modifiers? No.
Be dex.
Right? Wouldn't it be like at least dex?
Well, if we took a dagger, then yeah, you get dex or strength, whichever was better.
Plus proficiency bonus.
Both are +1, so if I could use my wisdom modifier, that'd be better. But no, they're all +1. So intelligence.
I mean, still
strength.
+1, +3 because
Yeah.
you're level 5, so it's still +4.
Free
Total.
proficiency bonus.
Okay, so that would be +4. Okay,
+4 total. Yeah.
It's a +4 total.
and then yep, and that's a quick change there. So now I have that. Yeah, and then I have like a couple.
Well, also, isn't it +1 because you added returning weapon to it?
I have
Total
to
of +5.
like, because returning weapon is another infusion, so that's why it would take a little bit. So I could do a +1 with.
Yeah, but
weapon.
the book writes that you can do it over one night.
Yeah, well that's it, right? Yeah, so I would infuse returning weapon into the chakra for that. So I'm creating the bird construct and then enhancing my cool chakra.
I think you got a couple options. I mean, y'all can do whatever, but we've been presented with Axe Home and Mountains Toe Gold Mine to check out. Lady Dara's thing.
I'm all about that gold mine.
Of course you are.
Gold Mine, we all, yeah, Gold Mine.
Yeah, where's the gold mine in relation to the other thing?
Yeah, where's that gold mine at?
Noel
mine.
is-
I mean, do you really need to know? It's a gold mine.
right.
I
That
heard a rumor that it's a literal gold mine.
Oh, Greg's not motivated by gold very much. He doesn't. He hasn't had to spend it once, so he.
So
Cal's interested in helping the town with this the axe home.
No, I know we definitely want to do both.
So, how many infusions can I stack up on top of this weapon? Are we
You can only infuse one item with each infusion.
Okay, so I can't like stack return weapon or returning weapon and then enhanced weapon.
Nope.
To get a +2 on it.
Each has to be its own.
Okay, yeah.
both of these places are like at the base of mountains,
Okay.
so you'd have to. They're like cave things. But yeah, to get there, yeah, wouldn't take you long at all. That's what she goes like. The ship's a she, but seven's a he. What are we?
And he is in she.
I know. What are we?
Buying it. Shim.
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 Well, ship.
So-
About by that point, we're just ship.
Chip.
we're back to ship. So the ship. So look, man. I have that one too. It probably doesn't have speeds though. Oh yeah, I got this. Now I have this in front of me. My Storm King's Thunder DM screen. At all
Nice.
times. Dun, dun, dun.
Gorgeous.
All the now that we're opening up the map, so I want to have it in front of me all the time.
Well, I guess it says the gold mine is closer. We can check that one. It's
Wow.
probably closer.
I mean, literally, they're like equidistant. It doesn't matter.
They're just opposite directions.
So, Steel Defender. So, what's
Steel
the Steel
Def-
Defender look like?
So that was the next thing. So I have two constructs that I got. So now the Steel Defender is this medium construct that, as far as I can tell, just is there. It doesn't say a casting type. It does say like actions that I can take. For the most part, it also mentions in the description, you specify how many legs it has for some reason. Like, and
How many
there's,
did you think?
I was just going to do like, I guess it was going to be kind of like a mini sort of thing.
I would go 6 or 8. Get a Grievous
or 8.
thing going on.
A grievous thing. Yeah.
Grievous.
Yeah. So it's got also about 12 HP or so in there for it, but it's kind of cool. It takes the dodge action every time, unless I expend a bonus action to do anything else on top of that. But it's got some cool stuff.
What's it? How does it? I know it helps with AC or something, right? Or no? Or boosts? Or do you get benefits from it being near?
Doesn't
You get a servant.
Yeah, it's basically a familiar.
Yeah. It's got a cool reaction. So the defender imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature you can see within 5 feet of it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's got a 3-day repair, so it self-repairs.
And it does
That's cool.
it does force damage, so that's pretty consistent.
That's
That's very rare. Do
Yeah.
you have
Reliable.
resistance to that?
Yeah, and it's resistant to. It's immune to poison.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's just a little kind of Warforgey kind of thing. I think his color scheme. He's going to kind of look more like the Iron Giant. So it's going to be like
Yes.
a mini Iron Giant kind of thing that's walking around.
Awesome.
And like his personality, he doesn't. The Steel Defender doesn't really speak, but it's kind of like every other like robot kind of thing on like Star Wars. It's got this attitude kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and it just like it'll beat constantly kind of thing if it's angry or like doesn't like what you said. So it's like
Perfect.
kind of like R2.
Binary.
Yeah,
Binary.
it just speaks.
I don't
Yeah.
speak binary.
So Noel's just got friends. He's got this metalized bird on his shoulder and then this tiny little iron giant thing.
Perfect. He's trying to up the representation of.
Non-binary.
Yeah, there's too many fleshies around here.
Right. Yeah, he's got his own tiny party.
It's awesome.
He was like, you know what? I can make friends, and I can make friends.
All right, so the new day comes. Everyone feels awesome. The next day, everyone still feeling the temp HP, still coursing through. When you wake up, you know how like if you don't brush your teeth, it's like, oh, gross. But in this case, it's like, oh, sweet, it's still here. So everything's great.
Still have teeth.
Mine are implants.
Grike, roll a d6.
Alrighty, Dan.
Okay. Nothing happens. You have sweet Grike dreams of just running through a field, blue bonnets, but you're smashing things that you want to smash, and everything's good. Nothing weird.
Awesome.
All good. And you feel the effects of your, confusion the day before, all gone when you wake up. Goldmine or Axholm? Goldmine?
Yeah, Axholm definitely seems like something's going to take a little bit more effort, whereas I feel like the gold mine thing, help Don-Jon real quick. That'll be wham bam, 5-minute adventure.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, if you work your way down. Oh my god.
Butterbutt.
You better bread.
You grant disadvantage. That's all you do.
Oh my god. Don-Jon wakes up. He's been up since like 4:30 a.m. He's an old guy, so he's completely rested. Oh, how you boys doing? Morning. And he's like completely energetic and sober now. The next day, not orange juice. Oranges are probably hard to get in Phandalin, but he's drinking some kind of juice, cranberry juice. That's easy to grow. Motions you downstairs and so what'd you boys decide to do? What do you think? You want to come over to the gold mine and help me out for a second?
Don-Jon, have you ever gone on a ship that flies?
A ship that flies? No, I have been on a ship though. I used to be a whaler.
Oh, okay.
A ship that flies. Oh, I'd like to see that someday.
He says, bring an extra pair of pants.
Oh, okay.
That's disgusting. Don't do that.
Did you just ask Don-Jon to bring his long johns?
Don-Jon, bring long johns.
Extra double long johns.
Long Don-Johns.
Don-Jon Long John?
Wrong John. Okay.
Let's go on this long con.
Well, that's long gone. You guys go. Don-Jon gets his satchel and will follow you guys out. I guess you're leading him toward the Neverweakened to Nervarim's place. As you approach, he's fine walking that direction in town. It's like no big deal. It's like, okay, I can't wait to see what's going on. I guess we're just going this way. And it's also coincidentally the same direction as where you're going. But then once you turn to go on the path that leads to Neverweakened's house, he's like, "Oh, okay, whoa, what are we doing? I don't think we should go that way. We don't really go up there with that house. You boys should be careful up there. That's a
Well, why?
Some people go there and don't come back."
Oh no, we going back. We go.
Are they
there
bad
all the
people?
time. Yeah, bad people.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know this tale of the Dark Lady up here. That some people have told, right?
Yeah, she just likes to dress that way.
Well, you know her.
Huh?
You talked to her. You survived.
Yeah. Why?
But how?
This dude gave her a cow.
She's fond of steers.
Noel wonders if he's alive or just ponders his existence.
Gave her the beef. She was happy.
He's just like baffled. He doesn't understand most of what you're saying. But he said, "Oh, okay, I guess if you say so." But he's going to reach in his satchel and he's going to pull out. It's actually a rifle that he has, and I got you. I'm just gonna keep this out here for just for security. But he'll follow you up there.
I made my security, and you just see Noel walking. He's got the bird and the little mini me kind of thing is just wobbling behind him.
Entourage.
Rex just thinks to himself, "I'm my own security," just walking by himself.
Noel and his Noloids.
Right, just looking at these two metal beings, and now one's multiplied, it seems, and the other one's gotten even more shiny, and it's just like...
Yeah, Noel just went through osmosis.
So when you come up on the Neverweakened, Don-Jon kind of pauses for a second coming up on it. He hadn't put two and two together yet that's the ship. He's just like, oh shit, what the hell? And because let's say it's early morning, so the sun like catches the iridescent metallic shell.
The dew on the shell.
Exactly, yeah. Everything is super shiny. Blinding as you approach. Yeah. What in God's name? And he readies his rifle, but then he doesn't shoot. But everybody look out! And he's going to he'll like put his arm in front of Cal to like try to protect him from the ship.
Oh, it's fine. It's a friend.
It's a friend.
Seven, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I feel as you guys approach the let's say the door was already coming down, but as soon as you said Seven, introduce yourself, he'll like do his appearance thing right in front of you guys. Hello to Don-Jon. But it's Don-Jon's gonna scare. He like recoils and accidentally shoots. But oh god! And he's gonna fall back on his butt, and obviously the bullet just goes through. Seven doesn't hurt him. But Seven, oh hello, I'm sorry. And he'll try to pick him up, but he can't because he's made of light. And, get Don-Jon onto the ship. Very reluctant. But he kind of makes a pact with himself to just kind of suspension of disbelief. He's just going to be like, I'm just going to say yes until I'm actually hurt, or if I see someone else actually get hurt. And until then, I'm just going to assume all this nonsense that they're saying is actually true, because I don't know what else. This is really fantastic for him, and even though he's not completely ignorant to just like magic and stuff, but this is crazy. So, all right. He's just going to say, I've been on a ship before. Let me know what I can do. How I can help. I don't know if I can. He's looking at all these like fancy buttons and the consoles and the hologram like interfaces. He's like, my ship wouldn't like this, but I'll help what I can. So he'll indicate. He showed you guys, I think, earlier on the map where Mountain's Toe gold mine is, and Seven will know how to get there. So you guys start your journey. As we go there in the morning, the sun's not all the way up, like we'll say it's like 8 a.m. now, and you see the mountains getting bigger and bigger that were in the distance. And as the mountains relatively grow in size, you come to the base of them, and Don-Jon will kind of, as the hatch opens, you're looking down there, and there's a clearing at the edge of the forest, as you and about enough room for the Neverweakened to sit down, right in front of where the Mountain's Toe gold mine is, or at least the area around there. So we get down there. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Ooh, this. Go to a new map.
Woohoo!
Using a lot of maps today.
Why is Don-Jon missing HP? He should be missing. And Job's here. No.
Did he stumble?
There's a clearing several, like maybe dozen yards from where the rock starts to come up out of the earth there, and after the trees the tree line stops.
I was gonna try and see if I could use the homunculus servant to kind of like as a scout, but I can't like see through it. So,
as you approach the rock coming up at the base of this mountain, there's like some overgrown bushes, maybe like 15 feet high, almost small tree size, that seem to be in a cluster at the base of a mountain. So it's like a long wall of like barren rock, and then like these huge bushes, and then more rock on that side. But Don-Jon is going to indicate the area of the bushes, like they're right there. He said, "That's what we're looking for right there. That's the entrance to the gold mine." And he's like, "There should be somebody here. Like, there's normally people outside, workers, but I don't see anything going on."
Has there been any like strange rumors about this gold mine?
No, not that I've heard. It's been 10 days since I met up with my boy. Since I met up with Darthag, and no, last we heard we were playing darts with the orcs. We got a little drunk, like normal. Everything's fine. He went back to it, and then it was that next 10 day was the first time he didn't show up. But I mean, normally we don't really keep correspondence in between meetings. We just that is when we talk, is when we meet up. So I didn't have any reason to think something was off. Now if he missed and I just figured he was sick or something, didn't feel like coming to drink, but now I'm worried about him. It's been 2 now. I don't think he would just up and tell me he wasn't gonna come to town anymore. Also, yeah, he usually when he comes into town, he delivers reports to Lady Dara for just on weekly reports on the goings on, and so that hadn't happened either. So it's not like he didn't just ghost me. He hadn't been in town. Nobody's seen him.
Just trying to get a feeling for what's going on here. I start to look around the entrance.
Okay, yeah. Let's go in there. He'll get his rifle out. Boom, 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 boom.
I kind of look around the area and ear to the ground type thing, tune in with nature, see if there's any signs of conflict or any signs of abnormal movement, foot traffic, anything like that.
Okay, if you're looking for, you can roll investigation.
Oof.
If you are investigating.
I guess I could try.
Okay, that'll work.
I don't see shit. Is this grass? I don't even know.
Nice. Thematically, we'll go with Greg. Greg, before you even, it's kind of like the same, but when you knew Don-Jon was walking up before you actually saw him because you smelled that pipeweed scent on him. Similarly, you whiff of a very strong rodent smell, like a rodent type musky smell. It seems out of place because you're like at the base of a mountain. Like it's just, this is more like a sewer. Has Greg been into any cities maybe this far or not yet?
Probably not. Not probably big cities. I would imagine probably avoided most bigger cities.
Well, that's okay, but you've seen rodents for sure. But I only mention it because it's like usually that's where they cluster in like gross settings, and number. But I mean that shit happens in nature too. Rat kings happen out in the woods and shit. So perfect. Okay, let's see that you have encountered a rat king before.
Okay.
And they were all dead. And you're like, oh, what the heck?
Okay.
So that smell that it just struck you. It was such a traumatic event. Let's say you were like a kid when you came upon it. And it just hits you as you guys are investigating. You're like, oh God. Rank.
Yeah, Greg will take a big whiff and just pretty sure we got rats. This is not gonna be fun. Last time I smelled something this foul, I saw a bunch of dead rats from a rat king.
Rat king. Damn.
A rat king.
Rats. Rats. Don-Jon doesn't seem to. I don't think he wouldn't respond any particular way to the rat news, but definitely, cocks his gun, is ready to go forward. Moving on in.
Yeah, Noel's just kind of, him and his posse are just moving along.
So we're headed inside. Is it like lit or is it dark?
Yeah, the outside's lit. We're gonna move you guys closer. I forgot you can't see. As you approach the bushes where Don-Jon alleges the entrance is, you guys hear some rustling, some chat, some chit chats as you approach.
Do we know what language?
Yeah, it's common, and you hear kind of an argument happening back and forth, and it's two female voices, and you hear one say, "No! I'm telling you, I'm the favorite. Zelene's gonna pick me to be promoted. You don't know shit. That's why you're out here working. Working is a nothing guard." And you hear, "But what do you think? You're also working. You're right next to me. You're right here with me. I'm Zelene's favorite. You don't know what you're talking about." And so it digresses into more bickering, and these two females are, me.
All just there, like. He doesn't understand what's going on.
So, I will say this is probably one of the only times I'll be able to do this, but I'm gonna go scout ahead. And then Mando, a glowing blue light starts to hum in his hand, and then he waves it over his armor, and everything about him just shimmers into fading into the background, no matter what direction you're looking at him, as he turns invisible.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And in addition, I have my boots of Elvenkind, which are available for trade. Make it so that I am silent as the grave.
I like how this guy keeps hawking his boots.
So you cannot hear me at all, and also cannot see me.
I don't know the little.
So while you wear these boots, your steps make no sound, regardless of the surface you move across.
Nice. So yeah, Mando, as you work your way up, if you were to come up like all the way, you come up and you see two humanoids dressed in kind of like low-level leather armor, makeshift uniform as ish, and or at least a dress coat. And you see again, you're able to hear two female voices bickering, but what you see is like female shape, but they're from the neck up is like the head of a rat, and they seem to be lycanthropes. Where
Where rat?
Were rats, okay. Jeez.
Like, would Mando know that, or do they just look like rat people? I don't know.
Well, I mean, they look like half rat, half people, right?
That's exactly what they are. Yes.
Like the opposite of a satyr.
Well,
Yes.
you played The Last of Us.
They got rat
Which
folk.
I haven't.
They have rat folk in that. I haven't played.
Well, I can
Probably never
imagine it. Rat folk. Yeah, Mando's gonna see them and try and sneak right past them into the cave.
Ooh. Okay.
To go scout further.
So you're completely silent, and they can't see you at all. So, I don't. And
Well,
they're
so I have medium armor, but I'm a medium armor master, So therefore, I don't get disadvantage to my stealth checks. The boots I'm wearing produce no sound, so I get advantage on my stealth checks, and I'm also invisible.
So they're with them being engaged in their pissing contest. I won't say. We'll just call it even. So you won't have to roll. So you are able to, if you're very careful, to step in between them. You want to move your token as Mando creeps into the mine.
I can't exactly see where the mine is.
Oh, yeah. So do you see them? You just it's like
Oh, okay. Yes, creep past them into the mind, not mind, into the rat mind.
yeah,
The rat mind.
See this little open chamber as I come in.
As you enter, you notice on the sides of the walls there's kind of big what are those called? Planks or big posts, wooden posts, keeping up the frame of the hallways in this place. And you notice a smell. Honestly, right when you walk in, it's like feces, fecal matter, and just like Grike would know it to be like rat shit and stuff, but if to you it's just bad, just repulsive as you work your way in.
Noel's going to go with him, like Noel's behind him because he's casted Pass Without a Trace.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're gonna come with?
Yep.
Nice. Go ahead and move your token. Pass Without Trace. Cool.
Yeah. So him and his posse.
I was about to say for everybody, or
Well, so he casted it on himself, but his bird is latched onto his shoulder, and he's just kind of carrying the other guy.
Okay.
His arms, because it's light enough. Because it's a medium construct and a tiny construct. You just see Null behind you carrying his.
nice. In the area you're in, you can tell this is more of like a staging area. So everything kind of looks the same every direction. You're free to investigate. I'll say you hear voices coming from directly in front of you, so the same direction you were walking.
So I sneak past them, and that's immediately where my attention is drawn. Is over, I guess, to this door.
Null's just right behind you.
And like not opening it yet, but just kind of pausing with my ear to the door. Is it closed?
I'm like, I don't think it's a closed door. I think these are more of just thresholds. I didn't see it that way. Doors. All doors are made of wood with iron hinges and handles. None of them are locked. The keys needed to unlock and lock them are gone. Stolen by a previous overseer who fled the mine. Okay. So they are, we'll say they're all stripped. There's the keyhole stripped. When you investigate to see if it's locked, it slowly gives a little bit.
Can I use Druid Caft and a watermelon seed to bust the lock open?
Well, it's not locked.
It's not locked or unlocked. It's just a jar.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just
can if you want to just break it. So if you were to cross that threshold, go in and you see a network. It opens up more, and there's more hallways, and one heads north, the other east, and east is the you hear the voices get louder from the east direction.
No, just in there. He's holding these things like, where do we go?
Mando looks to the east and begins walking in that direction.
Nice. As you creep along, there seems to be, you notice now there's a sign of a struggle. And just let the previous investigation roll carry over. And what you were looking for earlier, like signs of struggle, you're seeing that now. There's blood and kind of sprayed on either side. There are dropped tools So you're walking over kind of like a pick and hammer, even like some loose non like tools, some like supplementary things like boxes, I don't know, all manner of hardware that they would have been using. So you make your way. The voices grow louder as you approach, and if you go to up to that door and listen, that is when you would hear a loud, boisterous voice.
Boisterous?
Or vociferous. Anyway, boasting about, that's what the word that was floating in my head was, boasting. I don't know. Boasting about their gains. And you hear, yeah, I tell you, nothing's ever been easier. It was so easy. They put up like no fight. That fool, what's he call himself? Darthag, whatever. He's an idiot. He was so easy. The dwarves, we got them underhandled now. I'm telling you, we're gonna run this place. We're gonna make so much money. We're gonna make our way over to Tribor. We're gonna go to Golden Fields. We're gonna make so much money. They're not even gonna go hit them. As soon as we knock over that orphanage in town in Phandalin, we're gonna take that gong back. I'm telling you, our people, we're gonna be thriving in no time. You hear about this?
Sound like he's from Boston and he's in the mafia.
Telling you, the Whisked Gang, we're going places.
Peek around to see if I can actually see them.
Looks like another door. May have to, yeah, I would say peering through the keyhole, you'll see a shadow every now and then go by, but the door's too thick. You can't get like a good view except for what's directly in front of you. So you're only hearing voices. And actually make a perception check. Noel can too as well.
Good, because Noel's real good with perception checks. He got a +7 in perception.
You'll hear voices, and there's not really a dialogue happening. It's just that this woman just appears to be just rattling off like on a tangent. But you do hear kind of large animal noises, we'll say, like rustling. And like the only a sound like something large moving around, shuffling could make.
I turn back to Noel and say, perhaps we should go back to the group and make our assaults. We seem to know what's going on here.
Well, how long has it been since they've left us? Because Greg and I are still outside.
We'll say maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. Never mind. Alright. I was gonna say if it's gonna be like 10, 15 minutes. No, I was gonna send message. I was gonna send a message. Sending.
Had 10 minutes gone by, Greg would have just walked up.
Yeah.
Okay, they're probably dead. I'm going in.
I'm going in. See what happens.
Noel hears it and he just steps aside, waiting for Amanda to kind of cross back over.
Yeah. And I'll say you guys are able to get all the way back. No issue. So once you get back, Don-Jon's they're all he's waiting with Grike and Cal, and we'll say he catches you guys first, or notices, but he'll anxious. He's like, oh, did you see Darthag? What did you see? What's going on? What are we dealing with?
Where'd Mando go?
No, we didn't see him. We saw rat people.
Yes.
Yeah, rats.
I don't like rats.
I hate rats.
Noel has no anger or anything towards a rat.
Why did it have to be rats?
Well, you think we can take them?
We got 2 new companions that can help out.
I think it'll be no problem.
Don-Jon will say like, I'm not near as strong as you boys, but I'm not, no spring chicken. I can hold my own in a fight. Be more than happy to help you boys.
Soldiers is there. What's the worst that could happen?
All right. Well, as we are,
To break the ordning.
And
What's the worst could happen? No, that was last session.
Right. I do have a quick question. Can I use catapult to chuck any of my constructs and gain that damage?
I think it's the tiny one.
Tiny one is 1 to 5 pounds, so yeah, the tiny. So I just like catapult by tiny bird, isn't it?
I don't know why not.
Yes. I mean, if it's considered an object.
And it's not being worn or carried, so.
Yeah.
It's gonna get interesting.
as we're getting ready, Cal activates my emboldening bond on the usual 3. Noel, Mando, and myself.
Nice. Mando. Mando's still in the middle.
What is this? 1d4 to all attack rolls? Or no, damage rolls.
if you get 1 attack roll or saving throw or something, add it 1 time per round.
Right.
Yeah, add attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
But yeah, once per round, or is it once just
Once per turn.
turn? Okay.
Yeah, once per turn. And you have to be within 30 feet of someone else, so us 3 are usually close together.
I will say, real quick, time-wise, this will probably take just a little bit longer than we have. Do you guys want to call it there or like fight a little bit and then call it in the middle?
Let's go in the middle.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I am going to. Well, do we have all dark vision and stuff, or are
No.
we just going to sit in here?
No.
And these are 5 foot. Okay, maybe it's not worth it.
I could cast my. If we're going in, I can cast. Activate my. My elemental.
Ooh.
Because I was going to use magical tinkering to create a 5 foot radius of light, but that's tiny.
Yeah, the fire elemental is.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that. His illumination is a 30-foot radius, and then dim light an extra 30 feet.
Shit, here we go. Where are you conjuring him?
Well, as
Oh, you
I guess
can't see.
as we're walking forward,
Nice.
I'm gonna conjure him like in
What's
front
it
of
look
us.
like? It's a brazier, right?
Yeah, it's a brazier, and so
Nice.
I just use a sacred flame to light it, and say, "Come forth, Ignis."
Yes. Ooh, Papa? Fireboy pops up.
Cast fireball. Wait, what?
I am Fireball.
And then well, I said, I guess unless I can activate another spell, help Greg out for a sec. Greg can go right behind, or right in front of. How are we situated?
Where's Greg? Oh, Greg's up there. So if y'all, go ahead and position tokens like how you're going to be marching up there. And then,
Can I have 2 extra tokens?
yeah,
What for?
just make little nulls.
Yeah, they don't need to be fancy. Just you can copy the same token. Oh no, he's multiplied. The extra tiny one.
3 rolls.
Do we need to roll initiative?
You haven't. They don't know you're here yet.
Yeah, I guess you could orchestrate a surprise round.
Well, yeah, I guess if I'm summoning Ignis, someone's gonna notice an elemental show up.
Yeah. I guess we did lose the element of surprise there.
So that's what I'm saying. As we're walking forward,
Perhaps we
that's
let
how when I
others
summon them.
make a surprise attack before you do that as your first turn or something.
Yeah.
He's still behind the bushes, and they were still arguing. And it's not at night,
So, here's what we're do. Those of us that can sneak forward down to the position where we are kind of like across from them, like we're beyond them, and then have Cal summon his elemental, and so they all look that way, and we're on the other side of them, like kind of on their flank, ready to strike.
Y'all do that? Ooh, sounds like a plan. So Don-Jon, carefully. Well, let's see how carefully.
Oh, is this? This is.
Hey, cast Trace.
Yeah.
While he's within 10 feet of Null.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry to ruin that for you.
So is that advantage, or he like straight
It's
up kick?
plus 10.
Plus 10.
Yeah.
What's he?
So even if he rolls like poo-poo, he's still got a decent...
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's at least 27.
You know what could be interesting too? If we need a getaway, since Noel is with Mando, and Noel is a 4th level druid, Noel can become Warhorse.
The war-forged warhorse?
Yeah. It's just a
Horse.
metal horse. He's just a mechanized horse they did. Because he's got trampoline charge.
Alright, now at the end, final battle. Noel is gonna have to fuse Voltron style with all his little... Endo's gonna be like the head coming on to be
Nultron.
a Phandalorian from...
That would be great.
AT-AT.
Phantom.
There you go.
Yeah, I'd rather summon the elemental in the clearing near because he sets the world ablaze.
Yeah, we wait for that moment, for that distraction before we strike from behind.
Oh,
Okay, so we'll retcon. So when you summon, it'll be like behind them, like whoa.
well, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna summon it as we're heading forward, and they're gonna sneak up behind them, and then I'm gonna summon them.
Okay, so the sneak has happened. Cal's hanging back, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'll make sure your tokens are in the right place, and then we're gonna summon elemental. We'll say you're just enough. Oh, you can't move. Okay, so Don-Jon and Cal are next to each other, hanging out, and the thing is summoned.
Is Noel with me?
Yeah, I'm with you because I have passed without a trace, so I can sneak along with you.
I do not. Oh, there you are.
Boom. Poof. The fire guy poofs up right there, and as it does, the northernmost were-rat just like the Mannheim scream. Just it engulfs her partially as it takes up there, and she's going to take some damage. And then you guys fire off your first round, and then we'll roll for initiative after the first attack. Voltron, yes.
Mando firing off his first round. 18 damage, 20 to hit.
Holy
Nice. Which one are you
crap.
targeting?
The same one that the fire elemental was summoned next to.
Nice. And he's doing touch. That's not going to be his action, though. And that is going to be...
Well, is he gonna touch, or do they just take the damage from him being there?
just being there.
Okay, then it's We can just do the 5 damage.
Nice. Okay. So, and then Mando coming in with so she's super distracted. Ah! Not on fire, but definitely taking the fire damage. And then boom! What is this?
Over the shoulder of the one that's right here, just comes a red laser beam.
Well,
Flies through, hits the other one in the back.
well, she does catch fire.
Oh, she does. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And then Null sees all these people go on, and he will load up his Robo Bird mini person and use catapult.
So micro null getting tossed.
Yeah, and it's going to go straight for this guy here. So that's a dex save.
Was that 18 total from the blaster pistol?
Yeah, so it was 10 from the actual blaster, and then 8 for my arcane focus.
Damn.
My arcane, what's it called? Firearm.
All right, the catapult null comes in.
Yeah, so dex save on
Okay.
that guy here.
Do dex save. That is an 8.
He fails, so he is going to take
3d8.
6 damage.
What?
Oh, what?
What?
Oh,
No,
2, a 1, and a 3. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Man.
dude.
but he looks cool doing it.
yeah.
Yeah, because he just takes the bird and just chucks it at the guy.
Nice.
And that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, this is 5 foot squares, so that's
Yeah.
25 feet. Perfect. What do I have? Well, okay, we're not in the initiative, so that's just his first thing.
Well, Greg. Yeah, what's Greg doing?
So Greg is gonna see all this nonsense happening, shot left and right. I am coming up, and Greg's just gonna walk from behind, like, all right, whatever. He's just gonna walk right up to him, and gonna walk up to this one, and he's going to attack.
And just from 2 hits, the whereas she's already like bloodied and
It's gonna be fun then.
She's
Come
on fire.
First one, that's a 25
for
and
yeah.
and 10 damage.
So I mean what was the first thing? Mando's blast, and then the little homunculus. She hasn't even like got her weapon out yet to react, and then Greg comes up with his halberd, right?
Yeah, just right in half.
Yeah, cleaver in half as she reaches for her weapon.
And
Well,
my next attack with my range, I can hit the other one.
Yep.
So that's a 22 for 9 slashing damage. So it's like it goes down, cleaves that one, and then just before it hits the ground,
Jesus.
turns and pivots and swings to the
Well,
other one.
and if we're doing cool combos like that, then I can use my bonus action for micro null to.
There you go.
I have, through the use of the servant, I have channel magic, so I can deliver a spell from it as long as it's within 120 feet of me. So I would like to lightning lure this guy again.
Nice. So that one's dead.
That one's dead.
But you get
The other one, then?
yeah.
Yeah, so
Right.
he flies over for the other one and delivers that lightning lure to it. So that's a strength
Dex-
save.
Strength save.
Yep.
2.
You fail
2.
for 9 damage, and that's 9 lightning damage.
Nice. God. So yeah, fried both of them. Now roll initiative. There we go. As the were rat, not ready to be taking these blows.
Yeah, put up the turn tracker.
Oh, sorry.
Or
It's
it's quicker.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I already did. Here you go.
There's.
I'm 11 if you want to throw me out there. Or you have me reroll.
Drink break real quick.
Keep 11. You can reroll, but you can keep 11 if it's better. actually didn't roll them. So
Got a 21. Does that work?
or what'd you say?
Mine was 14.
Oh, there we go. Yes, it was. All right. Descending. We Null's at top.
Yes, I am, and so is my buddies.
Oh, Don didn't go, but go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with. So we don't know how many others are there. We just got these two.
Right.
Well-
For now, that's all you can see.
Well, one of them's dead.
Yeah.
Well, no, you and Mando did some investigating. You heard stuff. You heard voices. And,
You heard the others, but right, what I'm talking about is immediately. So these are
Yeah,
the
yeah,
two that are up. Okay, so I'm going to move the 30 feet. So this should be just what, 25, 20? Yeah. It's this one that okay. Where did we go? So about right here, right between these two. So I'm technically like right there, but grid system.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull out his scimitar against the guy.
Yes.
And that is going to be a 14 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
Perfect. And that's going to be a 4 damage for that. And then.
She's on fire too. Like,
Oh, great. Yeah.
slashed by a scimitar now. Oh, Jesus.
I thought that one that was on fire was the one that had died.
No, that was the halberd took care of that. This one's still. I mean, she's bloodied and she's on fire and she's
What's the
not.
same word? Did both of them
Go
catch
ahead.
fire?
Oh,
I thought the first one was one that caught fire.
I mean, we're using relative terms. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So there's one to the southwest that Greg finished off. She had like 9 points and he did what, 10 in damage or something, and that took care of that. And then the one that's on fire is to the north. That one is also very low now.
Cool. For my bonus action, I'm going to have the servant use Force Strike on this guy here. And that's going to be 12 to hit
12 hits.
for 5 damage. On
Woo!
top of him. That's 5 force damage.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It was
And
already
then-
single digits. It's still single digits. Like,
Well, that's my turn. Now we got to cycle through the other turns. So,
Nice.
Micro Null is.
oh, here we go.
Let's see. I can't use Force Strike because it requires my bonus action to do stuff, but I guess I really can't do too much in terms of attack. Right? Dodge, dash, hide, or search. I think
Dip.
he's just
Dive, dodge.
yeah. So Homunculus just sits there, kind of just probably just flying around the guy, and then the other little guy here will be doing Steel Defender stuffs. I guess I can't do. I have to do a bonus action for them to attack, right? So it has to be my bonus action. But he'll move up kind of next to me, I guess, for his whole action. That's it.
So many nulls.
Yes.
All right, Don-Jon. Taking a cue from everybody. He'll step out in front of Cal. Say, here we go. And he'll kind of take aim. And did I update? Oh, okay. Flavored is heavy crossbow, but a 5? Okay. Well,
Shit.
so his firearm, he goes up and he's just like, he sees the Perfect. Okay, so when he was around the corner with Cal, he didn't realize you did summoned like a fire elemental. So as he come around, he's like, "Here we come!" He assumed that like bright light was just torches or something. He comes in and he starts to shoot, but he sees the fire elemental. Oh shit! Lets off and just misses the were rat. So he's gonna. Oh god! He kind of catches himself there. Like, sorry. I'll let you boys get back to it.
Sorry, should have warned you.
So, Greg, go ahead.
Hey. Oh boy, Greg is going to bonus each.
Rage!
Yeah, so Rage is activated now. And we're gonna go ahead and attack a were rat that's on fire that looks like it should be almost dead already.
Yep.
Attack. Let's say 20 to hit for 16 damage.
Yeah, no. Describe the flaming rat death.
This one, the other one got cleaved perfectly down the middle. This one comes at an angle, and so it's sitting there, and then it slides off. But the top half is the burning part, so you have non-burning legs and then a burning torso.
Amazing.
So, this steel defender is a little bit more interesting than I thought it was. Its reaction is the deflect attack kind of thing. And
See, I knew something.
Yeah,
it's
but it's a reaction, and I can do it for anybody else. And like he just stands there, and if somebody is getting an attack, it just imposes disadvantage automatically on that attacking creature. And then it has repair. I can do those 3 times a day, and I can restore either itself or another construct or an object within 5 feet.
Well, it's a steel defender, not the offender.
Yeah, but like, is Null considered a construct, or is he just a race? He's just there.
You're humanoid. Right?
Humanoid.
He's a constructed humanoid.
Humanoid. Yeah.
Humanoid construct.
So are we moving on initiative now?
We can keep it.
I assumed we were keeping it. That's why I was just like, oh, I was going to end my turn by moving my
Okay.
cave.
I rolled. Oh, these ladies need.
I direct everyone to the eastern part of the cave.
Alright. Have my elemental go forward ahead. That way it doesn't burn everyone when it walks by.
Not your turn yet.
Nice.
Definitely let it go by.
All right. So as we enter the caves or the halls of the cave, everybody coming in. Got the fire elemental out in front. Moving everybody around. Sorry.
The null pack is right behind.
So the fire elemental comes up upon the 2 doors, and he's like just kind of mindlessly droning forward. And as he reaches to the doors, he's like stops for a second. He's confused. He turns around back to you guys for like direction, but as he's doing this, the doors catch fire and they are burning. And so now he's looking back to you like, what should I do? But the doors are like really intensely burning behind him.
Well, he can also squeeze through an inch wide opening.
Nice.
So if Null turns in wolf, he can give himself pack tactics.
Yeah. Multi-nulls. So as he is waiting for cues, like direction, like not even a few seconds passes, he's so intensely burning that the doors just kind of fade away, turn to ash, and now those passageways are visible for you guys. Where do you want them to go?
In and out of the way, that way we can make it in the room too.
Nice. So here we go. So he'll Mando, if you're up there behind the elemental, once you're closer, if he's gonna flame that door also, that's when you're able to hear somebody. Whoa, what was that? There's somebody reacting to what's going on, and they're gonna call to arms. So you start hearing clanking from that room you heard
I
earlier.
direct the flame elementals to push its way into the room.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it starts doing its little squeeze thing, but it doesn't even have to halfway through. It like burns the rest of the door on its way through and finds itself in the middle of this room here.
I don't think the flame elemental understands the concept of door.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah, and his speed is 50, so he's just gonna push through.
Gee.
So the flame elemental pushes its way through, and then like through the thick black flames of the door burning and the red hot glow of the elemental, you just see this black line like appear behind it all, like backdrop it. It's a dark sunblade comes out.
Yes.
So y'all done fucked up now.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell are you, but you picked the wrong day to mess with the Whiskered Gang. Get him, Goyles. Top Gun fight music. Dun, dun, dun.
Are you about to fight a bunch of cats?
No, they're
rat.
rat.
Okay.
That's a good spot to call it.